So are you also using Wix Forms on your website to receive any kind of form submissions for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to understand how to create Salesforce lead on Wix Form submission. So I've connected a inquiry form on my website that I've already created using Wix Forms. And here my objective is that whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission, then automatically the person who has paid the form submission should be created as a new lead in my Salesforce account. So now here to automate the entire process, I need to connect my Wix Forms with my Salesforce using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So to see the working of this automation and to learn this process step by step, let me take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. So I use Wix Forms on my website to collect inquiries from potential customers. And now manually transferring these submissions into Salesforce takes a lot of time and increases the chances of missing leads. So by automating the process, every form submission on my website instantly becomes a lead in Salesforce. This helps me keep all my leads organized, respond faster to inquiries, and focus on building relationships with potential customers instead of spending time on data entry. It's a simple way to streamline my sales process and ensure no opportunity slips through the cracks. So now here I've already built an automation where I've connected my Wix Forms with my Salesforce account using an automation software. And firstly, here in this video, we are going to see the working of this amazing automation that I've already built by simply making a form submission over here. So here my objective is that whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission through this particular form, then automatically and instantly a new lead for the same should be created in my Salesforce account too. So now here we are going to see the working of this automation. So here we are going to make a form submission, and here you can see some pre-filled data over here with the first name, last name, email and the phone number. So now here I'm going to click on this submit over here. And here you can see it says, thanks, we received your submission. That means we have successfully made a form submission over here. So now let's go and check our Salesforce account. Here I'm going to refresh it. And here you can see we have successfully created a new lead with the name dummy lead. And here you can see some other details as well. So here you can see the company name. Here you can see the lead status, lead source, phone number and the same email address. So with this, we have successfully seen the working of this automation. Now here in this video, we are going to learn step by step how you can create this amazing automation by simply connecting your Wix Forms with your Salesforce account using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software, and it connects all your favorite apps and makes them work together seamlessly. You can set it up to do things automatically like updating customer info across platforms or sending notifications when something important happens. It's really easy to use and saves you tons of time that you can spend on more important stuff. So here on the screen you can see Pabbly Connect's homepage, and you can visit it by simply browsing for the URL pabbly.com/connect/ina/ in your browsers. And here you can see two options that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get 300 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. Now after signing in, here you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. Now this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, and here to build my connection I need to create a workflow first. So for that, here I'm going to click on this create workflow button given on the top right corner. Now here in this create workflow dialog box, I have to give a name to my workflow. So I'm going to give the name as create Salesforce lead on Wix Form submission. And now here after giving a name to my workflow, it is asking me to select the folder. So here in the left side corner of this dashboard, you can see a folder section under which you can see the multiple folders that I've created with different names to save my workflows accordingly. So here in this particular case, I'm going to select my folder as automations. You can select the folder as per your need. Also, you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now here to learn how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect, you have to click on this learn more hyperlink given over here. And by clicking on this, it will take you to a forum window where you can see all the instructions to how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect. So now moving back to my Pabbly's dashboard, and here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this create button given over here. Now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow, and here on my screen you can see the two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards a trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin our automation by simply setting up a trigger. So here I'm going to select my trigger application as Wix Forms, as I am receiving new form submission through Wix Forms. So Wix Forms is a tool that lets you easily create online forms for your website like contact forms, surveys, or event RSVPs. It's part of the Wix website builder and doesn't require any coding skills. So here in my Wix Forms trigger step, I'm going to select my trigger event as new form submission, so that whenever we are going to receive new form submission through our Wix Forms, then automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response, or you can say automatically this entire workflow is going to get triggered. Okay, so now here after selecting my trigger event, you can see I have received a webhook URL. That means here I'm going to use this webhook URL to connect my Wix Forms with Pabbly Connect. So I'm following the instructions given below. Firstly, I'm going to copy this webhook URL, and here I've already logged in my Wix Forms account. So this is my Wix Forms account, and here I've selected my Wix Forms website, and here after selecting my site, you can see we have received some options over here in the left side bar. So from here I'm going to select this automations given over here, and here under automations I'm going to select automations, and here under automations I'm going to create a new automation by clicking on this new automation button given on the top right corner. And now here to create a new automation, I'm going to start it from the scratch. So I'm going to select it. And then here it is asking me to give a name to my automation. So here I'm going to give the name as new form submissions. And now here after giving a name to my automation, it is asking me to select the trigger. So here I'm going to select my trigger as Wix Forms, as I want to receive new form submissions through Wix Forms. And then here it is asking me to select a trigger. So here I'm going to select the trigger even similar to the one that I selected in my Pabbly's workflow, that is form submitted over here. And now here after selecting a trigger, it is asking me select which forms triggers this automation. So here in this field, I'm going to select the form as any, because I have created a single form over here. But if you want to select any specific form, then you can select specific over here. So I'm going to select any, and then here it is asking me limit frequency to. So I'm going to select the frequency as don't limit, and with this we have successfully set up this trigger over here. Now let's move to our action step, and then here it is asking me to choose an action. So here for the action step, I'm going to select my action as send via webhook, because here I want to receive this response via webhook. And here you can see the request type and the payload type over here, and then here it is asking me for the target URL. So here in this target URL field, I need to enter the webhook URL that I've received in my Pabbly's workflow. So this is the webhook URL, and now here after entering the target URL, here I'm going to select all keys and values, and now here after setting up all the required details over here, I'm going to click on this activate button given over here. And with this, we can see that our new automation is created and is successfully activated over here. So with this, we have successfully set up a webhook inside our Wix Forms. And here you can see as it is waiting for webhook response. That means here to receive a webhook response, we need to do a test submission. And to do a test submission, we need to generate a test response in our Wix Forms. So for that, let me take you back to my form. Here I'm going to refresh it. I'm going to scroll it a little down. So this is my form, and here I'm going to enter some dummy data and do a test submission. So here for the first name, I'm going to enter the name as testing, last name as lead, email as testinglead222@pabblytudes.com. And then here for the phone number, I'm going to enter random phone number, and then I'm going to click on this submit. And here you can see it says thanks, we received your submission. That means we have successfully made a form submission over here. So now let's go and check our Pabbly's workflow. And here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received the submissions link. Over here you can see the phone number, email address, last name, first name, and some other details as well. So with this, we have successfully set up our trigger over here. So once we have received new form submission through our Wix Forms, I want to add the person who has made the form submission as a new lead in my Salesforce account too. So now for that, I need to connect my Salesforce with Pabbly Connect in this action step given over here. So here I'm going to select my action application as Salesforce. So Salesforce is a cloud-based platform that helps businesses manage their customer relationships. It's like a one-stop shop for tracking leads, sales, and customer interactions all in one place. So here in my Salesforce action step, I'm going to select my action event as create a lead, so that whenever I'm going to receive new form submission through Wix Forms, then automatically the person who has made the form submission is going to be created as a new lead in my Salesforce account as well. And now here to connect my Salesforce with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Salesforce account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this connect with Salesforce. And here you can see Pabbly Connect is requesting for the access. So I'm going to give access to Pabbly Connect as your data is secured with Pabbly. Authorization successful. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here it is asking me to enter the last name, first name and some other details. So now here, instead of entering these details manually, here I'm going to map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I'm going to map the data from the response that I've received in my trigger step. Mapping makes a text dynamic, so that whenever we are going to receive new form submission through Wix Forms, then automatically this previously existing detail will be updated with the new one. So I'm going to map the last name. So this is the last name. Moving forward, here for the first name, I'm going to map the first name. Here for the title, it is not a required field, so I'm going to leave it blank. But if you want to add the title, then you can do it as per your need. And then here it is asking me to enter the company name. So as you all know that we haven't received any company name over here. So here I'm going to enter my own company name manually, as this is a required field. So here I'm going to enter the company name as ABC Company. Moving forward, here for the phone number, I'm going to map the phone number. Here for the email, I'm going to map the email address. Moving forward, again these fields are not a required field, so I'm going to leave them blank. And here for the lead source, I'm going to select the source as web and the status as open. Scrolling little down, here for the rating, I'm going to select hot. And again these fields are not a required field, so I'm going to leave them blank. But if you want to add any other detail, then you can do it as per your need. And now here, after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request given over here. And here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received the ID and the success value as 1. That means we have successfully created a new lead in our Salesforce account for the new form submission received through our Wix Forms. So now let's go and check our Salesforce account. Here I'm going to refresh it. And here you can see we have successfully created a new lead with the name testing lead. Here you can see the company name. Here you can see the lead status, lead source. Here you can see the phone number and the email address. So with this, we have successfully set up our automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken our trigger as Wix Forms and our action as Salesforce, so that whenever we are going to receive new form submission through Wix Forms, then automatically the person who has made the form submission is going to be created as a new lead in our Salesforce account as well. Okay, so these were the steps to how to create Salesforce lead on Wix Form submission. I hope these steps were clear to you. Now if you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. So now if you have any doubt, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any query, then you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can simply visit our website, that is www.pabbly.com. So now if you liked our video, then please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.